Hey, Squirrel. Do you know Queen OPP? Hey, Squirrel. Who's this Queen OPP bitch? Do squirrels know what Stockholm syndrome is? People need to know what kind of awful people there are in the world, Squirrel. Do squirrels know what abuse is? I'd love to know.
I understand. Every time the cops knock on this door or any door, you don't have to let them in without a warrant.
Oh, yeah?
I choose to let them in. And half of the time it'd be to give y'all a show. Keep it a stat. Let me trickle myself a little bit because you supposed to be feeling it. You don't have to allow the cops to come in, even when they're doing a welfare check. Understand how the law works, bitches. Y'all so quick to call them. I just know how it works. You want to know why the reason nobody will ever be able to treat my daughter this way? Because I'm not going to raise her this motherfucker way. A bitch failed this motherfucker. Understand me. So again, nobody will be able to son my daughter. Nobody will be able to do nothing to my daughter because she's not going to be that type of weak-ass female. She is a weak-ass female. That's the truth. Next.
Fans and supporters, like, it's not fair if you...
That's not funny.
I done ripped the face, bro.
Oh
I done
my
ripped the
God.
fucking face.
She blew a fuse.
I'm sick of her too, bro. She's a fuck up, bro. Everything she touches literally burns. It turns to fire. I'm gonna show your wig got snatched the off because you're a fuck up. That's why your wig got taken off. Because you are a fuck up.
You see all those hearts? Look at all those hearts.
It's no because. Do I turn all the lights off and I go plug one thing up?
The viewers are the
Your
problem.
equilibrium is off because of your weight. Your weight is up because of the way you eat.
Oh my God.
You can do things that fix the fact that your equilibrium makes you, if you go to, like, that's all equilibrium.
What?
You being clumsy is your equilibrium is off.
What friend does this and rips their wig off?
Cops did nothing.
Alright, have a good one.
They leave.
Are you guys happy now? And listen, again, I let them in for y'all entertainment.
And then later that day. Then they come back.
Who? Bro, y'all just left here.
Y'all just left.
No, you just left.
You just left.
Bro, but
Why
you
are
just
y'all
left.
back?
Go put this up. Is the top lock on, bro? Y'all just left. It's on.
Y'all
She
just
says you
left.
don't gotta let them in, right? She says you don't gotta
Bro,
let them in.
What's going to happen in that little bit of
Stop
time?
coming.
Bro, stop harassing us at this
Stop
point.
coming. Seriously.
This is
This is
Stockholm
harassing at this point. Y'all
syndrome.
literally just left. It is a big deal because I'm 8 months pregnant and you're stressing me to. It is a big deal. You just left. Bro, no.
No.
It's the same one. They know what's up, yo. It's like
It's
y'all
not
fans
the
that
same
they
cops,
They
though.
fans, bro. They fans.
These are cops that are more
That's the
serious.
same.
They on here.
What you say?
See why he had that black bar over there? Or the hard nips?
Y'all just
Okay,
seen me the
well.
last time y'all was here. The fuck?
You're going
Y'all don't want to see me again.
This is what happens when you're famous. I know y'all never had a famous person live in the hood before, but we the first famous motherfuckers that live in the hood. Sure.
That's a lie. We have been.
Listen, I'm hurt.
She sprayed Lysol in her
Y'all-
face
y'all
on
come for me
camera,
next?
too.
We have been live streaming this entire time. Ain't nobody the fuck hurt in here.
Screen record them kicking my fucking door down.
There is.
Screen record them kicking my door in. Screen record them kicking my door in.
Fucking crazy, man.
Ain't gotta let them in, huh? Eh? Ain't gotta let them in? Here they
I'm
come.
still sitting here getting my hair done.
Not anymore, you ain't.
What's up, guys?
You gotta get your hair fixed, honey.
Come on out here.
For real.
We're gonna talk to you guys. Come here.
No.
No, I'm telling you to come out here.
Wait, don't.
Come on out here so we can figure out what's going on. We have an ambulance coming for her.
I don't need no fucking ambulance. Y'all can cancel the shit. I don't need nothing. I don't need no fucking ambulance. I don't need no cops. I don't need none of that shit. Like, y'all can go ahead. Like, I'm sick and tired of y'all motherfuckers.
Because we're getting calls from all over the country. We have to make sure.
All over the country, bro.
Fake. Your calls are all fake.
Explain to me what's going on.
Bro, I don't have to go out there and talk to y'all about nothing. For what?
Bro, y'all notice some social media shit. People are going in this shit.
After this live stream ended, Michelle allegedly was actually taken to the hospital. Dani and Queen OPP are currently, they were arrested and are being held for bail of $10,000 and being put for charges of assault.
Because it's illegal to do that shit.
So far, a mugshot
Doesn't matter
has
if the
not been
person's okay
released,
with being
and
hit.
they're
It's
paid for
illegal to hit
$10,000
people.
bail for either of these two abusive pieces of shit. What we've watched here in the last hour has been an example of Stockholm syndrome to its fullest potential. Those of you who don't know what Stockholm syndrome is, this is where somebody who is a victim of DV, of kidnapping, of trafficking, of any sort of terrible thing. This can go with parents, this can go with girlfriends and boyfriends, this can be relatives, this can be indoctrination from religious groups. It doesn't matter how Stockholm syndrome can be applied in any instance, but it's where somebody identifies who's being abused as a victim of some horrific thing, and they start to relate and feel close to the person who's actually abusing them. You actually see this a lot in criminal cases where somebody is kidnapped and held captive for years on end, that the person who's been kidnapped starts to identify and feel close to the person who kidnapped them. It's a severe psychological effect that happens to people.
It's
and this
deep
is where Michelle is
manipulation.
at this point. And every single person needs to be showing this woman support. I've seen some people be really harsh on her and saying, well, she's chose to stay in an abusive relationship. If that's your response to the situation, you clearly know nothing about nothing and have probably never experienced an actual relationship where you've been stuck, because people who have been abused don't respond that way. Getting out of a situation like this where you are so detached from reality is very, very difficult. You have to have a strong support group, and a lot of people don't have that, which makes it even harder to get out of. Who knows what will happen when these two individuals get out, if they do, and try to reel Michelle back in because she's been so dependent upon them. And let me tell you something a little bit about DV, domestic violence, is that when choking or punching, when physicality starts to happen, every instance of DV that occurs, it increases the likeliness that the person who's being abused is going to be killed. And you and I have a responsibility to report this stuff for what it is to the proper authorities, which eventually happened, but it scares me. It genuinely, I feel for Michelle, and I don't know what her next steps are going to be. She needs to be put into a DV shelter, honestly, and get away from individuals in case they do get out, because they will absolutely come back to her, because she, Michelle, is how they made money off of her back. And as long as they can bring in a revenue stream off of abusing somebody, they'll continue to do it. You and I have choices to make. We can stand by, laugh, and think nothing's wrong. We can do the right thing and report this to the proper authorities. Do everything in our power to make sure that Dani and Queen OPP have no more influence on Michelle's life.
Look what they did to her one day.
Boo-boos need to learn that I'm ugly.
Did somebody say why?
Yes.
What?
Yo. Bro, that should be my next tattoo. Ugly across my forehead.
That'll really go viral.
My next
That'll go
tattoo.
viral though.
Ugly across my fucking forehead.
But I'm still stuck on what they wobbly ex. Why you have ugly for doing it? Like, is that a rhetorical question? Is that a trick joke?
Because they're stupid. Don't do that, bitch. Why not?
So we need to get the first box. Come on, y'all, let's go. I ain't got time for y'all to argue all night. Come on, it's two. We just got.
You ready? You ready? Go ahead.
You gotta be kidding me. And then again, at a hotel.
It's fucking cold. Go back the other way.
Why they make her do all this shit?
Now come back the other way.
Just for that moment of that, just for them few moments of cuddles and the love.
All right, that's enough.
They
Trust me
let
on this.
people
This is about to
treat them
get
so
a
awful.
whole lot worse.
I know
Since
how
you're
it
currently
goes.
in jail, so maybe you'll see this after you get out. What possible friend makes them go on a live stream and write that type of stuff on their face? What type of friend tells them to walk down an old alleyway in their underwear and then makes them do the same thing during the night in a motel parking lot? Now, I know what you're thinking. Why would this person even do these things? Why would somebody just do what they're being told to do, regardless of how sadistic or humiliating it may be? In a lot of situations, when people get stuck in a relationship like this, the individual who is making them do these things has deprived them so much of their own self-identity that they're almost like a drone. They're indoctrinated, brainwashed to do whatever that person says because they have such a grip on them that they don't know how to say no or to stand up for themselves. The police officer originally come the first time. She says that she got her bruised up face from a car accident. Did Michelle get beat up by Dani? Well, you see, Michelle was attempting to use a cell phone, but Queen OPP and Dani refused to let her have her own belongings. Michelle snuck, got a phone, installed an app, and texted somebody for help. She was caught, and they beat on her even more. Oh, and for grabbing a piece of steak to eat. The night this live stream occurred, the police were called over 5 times, and it wasn't until the last incident of the police arriving, and it was 2 different cops. I don't know what Good Samaritan did this, but they actually submitted the footage of an assault that Dani did on Michelle. Just for future reference, for future use, maybe for the DA's office, since she is in jail, maybe this can be used against her even further to solidify longer and bigger charges. I don't know, but it's important that this stuff is out there, so they can't hide from this and mask it as entertainment. These are 2 adults taking advantage of another adult who isn't all there, who's disabled, who's on special needs, whose mom and sister passed away 2 years prior. I don't know what family Michelle does or doesn't have, but the fact that she's been stuck with these 2 abusive people for this long, only 3 years later, finally, people are waking the fuck up to see what this actually is. It's deplorable. But I think the worst part of all in this whole
I'm gonna
situation
show you some
is that if you go to
manipulation.
TikToks, where a lot of these TikTok clips were actually uploaded, you go to the comment section, you're gonna find people finding this hilarious, thinking
Face looks like this because I finally been dealing with the consequences
That's
for
not
my
what you say
actions.
too
For
Okay. Alright.
I finally
The
been
other
dealing
girl
with the
over here,
consequences for my
she
actions
wants to be able to get to her quicker. So she's going to help her by moving the bassinet.
years.
Okay? She moved the bassinet so that she could get to her quicker. But then her own manipulative mind, aside from helping the other one, she's going to help the victim too by grabbing something that she could stick in
Making people on
between
social
them.
media hate somebody
Do you
Watch,
know
here
why
she
she
go.
made it?
that has been.
Like I'm so what you saying, Michelle, is what happened recently is because of I came up to you and brought up some shit that you did a year ago.
No.
So what you talking about? They asked what happened to your face right now. Thanks.
There's the
What
box.
face right now is me.
She
getting
grabs that
consequences
box
for
so that
lying
she
and
could
stealing.
God,
stick it in
bro.
between
What
them
did you- why-
and
why
split
did I
up a
have to say
fight
what you
if
did?
need
Tell
be.
the truth. What did you do?
She's
Stole
trying
the
to
phone,
both
I
sides
invaded
it.
privacy,
Was it?
and I
No, you waited till we left. Yes. Snuck
Trying
in
to
my
spin a
room.
narrative.
And number one, you know you're not
They
even
want her to
talking
say
about my shit 'cause you're
it
talking
a
about it.
specific way.
waited
But
till
she's
I
saying
left,
she don't
snuck in
want to
my
say
room,
too much because
stole out of my room.
she's afraid to say her side. What's going through her mind is her side and her fear. And that's what they're not understanding.
It's literally crazy. I really cannot believe she's doing this right now. So I even if the oldest excuse me, I want to know what's going to be the excuse now because I'm completely sick. What's going to be the excuse now? I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. Whatever. I just want to know what she want to say now. When this guy was over, what she want to say, babe? I just revert to what are you talking about? Only thing that anybody said was to tell the truth. Knowing the way you acted, people gonna say she can't because she's scared. She that. Bro,
She's got that box
anybody
ready to
that's
put it in me,
like that.
push it in between them if need be.
Danny even said you can tell the truth. You can tell them. I mean, what happened? Yeah. And you still freezing up, jumping up when she just said you can tell them the truth.
The truth would be her side, and that would get her
But
hurt
you can't
more.
even tell a story without trying to be a victim.
She is a
You can't even
fucking
tell a story
victim.
without trying to be victimized or.
She was trying to call for help.
You really want to make a motherfucker. Next time we go out, we come back. And
Did you get me
trying to
Tina?
figure out, we know that she did something. Stole steak. Yeah, she stole steak. Yeah. Because you went to go make the plate.
Hold on.
Everything.
It's illegal to hurt people, ain't it, Squirrel? I can't stand how people these days have diminished the severity of situations like that by baiting people into situations like this.
What are you doing?
She didn't even touch her.
Why'd you come so close to me like that?
What?
Why would you do that?
I would like to not be on your video.
Please don't come on top of me like that. Were you gonna put your hands on me? Are you kidding me?
I would like to not be on the video.
I would like you not to put your hands on me, ma'am. This woman just almost put her hands on me because I'm filming.
I just
Yeah.
have one question. Is almost running into someone a misdemeanor or a felony?
Guess what? You're not allowed to put your hands on anybody either. That's breaking the law, ma'am.
Really?
It's not a joke.
Oh my god.
Cell phone. You're a joke.
Yes, frauditors are a joke. Back to this Queen OPP.
Because we ain't got we ain't got the income no more, so I gotta be tight on coin. So I'm responsible for feeding me and my family. This is my family. This is my family. So, what do you mean about the state? She won't get none. But I'm so thorough, I still end up giving her some. And what else I do, Michelle?
Gave me the steak and the potatoes.
No, what else I do before that when Danny went in the bathroom?
Snuck me steak.
But Trey know ain't telling him that. Yeah, babe, you didn't know that. So not only did she have the rest of my plate that I ain't want, she had a full piece of steak.
So she tries to look like some sort of saint for helping her, the victim, by getting in between them, by letting her eat. Getting in between them when they're fighting, when she's doing that shit to her face. And then there's the issue with the bassinet. I don't think she realized she grabbed that box so that she could shove the box in between them if need be. I know, because I've seen my mother grab things like that so that she could get in between my dad and one of us. I know. That girl, man. Sick of people diminishing the severity of situations like that. So yeah, no, I guess this is her channel, and she's just gonna blow up even more after all this. Because the fucking viewers are the problem. The people that are paying to view the problematic shit, they're the problem. They've even been banned for some of the shit they've been seen doing on their live streams. Watch. I don't know where people get money for wigs like that and shit. And two, where do you store those? Where the fuck are you gonna keep that shit? You'd have to have an extra room in your house just for your damn wigs. How do people have that? How do people get like that in life? How do people live such a cushiony, comfortable life? You know, most people, we live paycheck to paycheck. And it's impossible to save money while having other expenses. It just is. It's fucking ridiculous. Anywho.
Yo, bro, because I'm not. That's her.
Don't look like the same person you showed.
Turn it around. Turn it around. Yes, that's my sister, bro. That's my other sister.
Why you call a girl bro?
You so fucking hype.
I hate that shit.
Yo, stop.
Fear that shit.
Yo, stop.
Fear that shit.
Yo, stop.
Fear that shit.
Yo, stop.
Fear.
Yo, stop.
Hater? You see?
Yo,
See?
Yo, right.
I don't care.
That's why people call the cops on them.
And you don't even know what the is.
Stop.
You don't even, you trying to go on my fucking, yo,
You
bro.
wanna hit me.
What's up? What's up?
No. I said no. They're gonna call the fuck stop.
See?
So
Stop.
fucking hype showing somebody. You don't even know what the it is, you stupid fat. Stop. His sister. Stop.
Several weeks prior, she was also on stream with Queen OPP, where she has a complete cast on her arm, where Queen OPP admits that she beat her up and that she put her in this position of being even more disabled than she already is. I'm not sure if you're aware of this by now, but Michelle is somebody who has special needs.
I beat her up so bad, literally, shit was knotted. It was just crazy, right? So I told Daddy, I'm like, fuck, like, what did this check? Like, what if she get me? Like, my heart really pumping blood. Like, I ain't trying to be, I'm in jail.
Now, when the police officer originally come the first time, she says that she got her bruised up face from a car accident. It was later revealed in that stream. Why did Michelle get beat up by Dani? Well, you see, Michelle was attempting to use a cell phone, but Queen OPP and Dani refused to let her have her own belongings. Michelle snuck, got a phone, installed an app, and texted somebody for help. She was caught, and they beat on her even more. Oh, and for grabbing a piece of steak to eat. The night this live stream occurred, the police were called over 5 times, and it wasn't until the last incident of the police arriving, and it was 2 different cops. I don't know what Good Samaritan did this, but they actually submitted the footage of an assault that Dani did on Michelle. Just for future reference, for future use, maybe for the DA's office, since she is in jail, maybe this can be used against her even further to solidify longer and bigger charges. I don't know, but it's important that this stuff is out there, so they can't hide from this and mask it as entertainment. These are 2 adults taking advantage of another adult who isn't all there, who's disabled, who's on special needs, whose mom and sister passed away 2 years prior. I don't know what family Michelle does or doesn't have, but the fact that she's been stuck with these 2 abusive people for this long, only 3 years later, finally, people are waking the fuck up to see what this actually is. It's deplorable. But I think the worst part of all in this whole situation is that if you go to TikToks, where a lot of these TikTok clips were actually uploaded, go to the comment section, you're going to find people finding this hilarious, thinking that it's so funny to see somebody literally be abused, and adults for that matter. I've said it so much.
The viewers are the problem.
1, abuse holds no gender, and 2, a lot of people are saying that this is fake, that this is a skit, that Queen OPP, Michelle, and Dani, it's all a skit for entertainment. What's worse, you ignoring actual physical abuse, masking it as a skit, and finding being entertained, or not thinking it's a skit?
What I do is Chili the Cat Throat is a skit, okay?
You know, I really
me pretending I'm one of the Playboys is a skit, okay?
Hey, y'all.
You so fine, baby. No, get in the camera, get up.
Just nuts.
What happened was, got banned. And that's what the happened. So when something isn't serving you anymore, ladies, what the we do? We get the while there's a family, friends, boyfriend, girlfriend. If any situation is not serving you anymore, then it's like I already used Michelle for all I need to use her for. I made her look like a idiot on social media. I made her get a big ass money bag yo tag so that she can't get removed. It's gonna be big as shit. Like I already made you like a fool. I made you eat dog shit. I made you eat dog poop. I made you
my
like
God.
what more can you do?
Oh my
Do
God.
those things.
I understand, but what purpose can you serve me?
What you're observing here, and not enough people talk about it, is a term known as coercive control. And what this is when somebody gets someone and they take away their complete independency and freedom and control every aspect of their life to the point where they can't make decisions for themselves. And as you just witnessed with Michelle, Queen OPP, what can you do to serve me? What can you do for me? I'm going to make you do anything I tell you to do. And as these clips continue, this is probably the best example I've ever seen of coercive control being on display for the world to see, witness, observe, and how dangerous this is for Michelle when somebody has a grip this strong on you.
So that's what I'm saying. And plus, I don't want her negative energy around my daughter. Like, she's already voiced how she's not happy. She don't give. She's just not happy about the pregnancy, the baby. She don't care about it. So it's like, I can't, like, I don't need that negative energy around me and my daughter. Okay? There will be no negative energy around me and baby Bible, and that's just it. But, can I get everybody to send me $1 on Cash App? Somebody call the police. Y'all been calling the police. Oh, and let me also wake this up, y'all. Because y'all really be thinking that shit be about certain shit. How many motherfuckers on this live feel like the getting us banned shit has nothing to do with Michelle? Just want my income up. Because every time they get us kicked off an app, where is Michelle? She's still here. When I tell y'all the cops have not been here since we got kicked off Miko, and that was 2 weeks ago, because you hoes be the main ones in the comments talking about, oh my God, let's save her, we're gonna come together and save her. Was getting us banned off an app. How was stopping somebody money? Number one, you hoes can never stop my bread, number one. You hoes hate my influence. You hoes jealous of my impact. You hoes jealous of my clout. You hoes jealous of my fame. You hoes mad at the fact that every app y'all go on, y'all hear or see Queen OPP show. It just face destroyed. Oh, this is... Oh my gosh. Can we discuss this and let it go once and for all, please? Because I want to have a good night tonight.
Okay, so, for all of you that's wondering about my face now, Dani did.
Are we going to get into live?
Indeed.
Not indeed. Are we going to get into live or no? Or we just going to make it
For my
Pigeon.
Is that what we doing?
I mean, no, I couldn't.
Did I do it for no reason?
No. It was, for my flawed ass actions.
Hold up. I scared him with the door. Hold on, he'll come back. Hi, Pidge. This is my Pidge.
For the things that I've done. And, life got consequences, so, yeah. I've done worse. Trust me. I've done worse. I've stopped incomes.
But what happened? Because don't make it seem like I just hit you and then she,
Queen has stood in the middle.
But wait a minute. Why are you tripping over the fact that I jumped in the middle between y'all? Like it's a lie. That's what I'm saying. It's like make me take
I'm saying what I'm
You just tripped over the fact that I physically jumped in the middle of y'all, belly to her, to save you from getting beat the fuck up.
No, I wasn't tripping. I was saying, I was elaborating.
You was tripping. First of all, you wasn't even going to mention it. You just, Queen saying stuff. You weren't even going to mention nothing about me breaking it up or anything if they never said it. That's number one. Knowing the narrative that's put out there is, I let my girlfriend beat up on you and don't do anything.
I was letting them know that you didn't do it, and I was letting them know that.
But why are you saying letting them know you didn't do it like it's a lie or something, bro? Like, why are you acting weird? You about to piss me the fuck off, bro. You're about to piss me the fuck off, bro.
They just want her
Because why are you acting like this on
repeat the narrative they want spun.
I'm up here, I'm telling the truth. Alright. So the truth is, the situation with my face, yes, Dani did because of the actions that I have done. This is the consequences for when you
say it like that, you have to say what you did.
But wait, babe. Like the way she's even saying it though, babe. Dani did this.
I hate it when people talk to me like that with the fucking hands.
This is the consequences for
Tell them how you
Sorry, it's right in y'all's ear.
You waited till we left.
Clock it.
Snuck in here.
Clock it.
Went through our stuff.
Clock it.
Stole the phone.
Clock it.
Downloaded the Text Now app.
Clock it.
Made a number.
Clock it.
Text whoever you wanted to text.
Clock it.
Deleted it.
Clock it.
Then they called the next day.
Clock it.
Like, come on, bro.
Stop
Don't make it seem like that. Say what you did. Say what you did.
Stop it.
the consequences I have to suffer.
But see,
she was calling for help.
The real shit.
For shame, right?
While we was off live, I have been being very sneaky, and I have been doing a lot of things that, like, I snuck in their room and invaded their personal space and their privacy. I have also been lying a lot, and I've been stealing again. When people steal, they get beat the fuck up. Queen has stepped in the middle multiple times.
This bitch, is it a telephone?
When she's your savior.
No, like,
what?
Like, are you on a fucking Jerry Springer, bitch? More like, are you reading from a like, what?
No,
Queen has stepped in between, and she did that, and I
See how jumbled her thoughts are
I've
and
been
shit?
stealing.
I know
I've
that
been lying
feeling.
excessively.
Bro,
Queen has stepped in the middle multiple times to stop Dani
That's
from,
crazy.
like,
That's
honestly,
crazy,
if
bro.
it,
And you asked her. We talked about this. I said, like, all right, go ahead and talk about it. It is what it is. Like, you know, you can tell them the truth, but just make sure you tell them the whole truth.
The whole
What did you
truth.
say? Yeah, I'm gonna tell them the whole truth. I'm gonna tell them. Bro, what's up?
because
with
I'm
you?
just not trying to say too much.
What do you mean? What's wrong with telling the truth?
Right.
That's the truth. What's telling?
And what do you mean talk too much? What are you talking about?
I'm just saying, like, I'm just not trying to say too much, but
What are you speaking about? Say what you want to. What is
But
she
she
talking
making
about?
sound like some extra shit.
It's
Like,
extra
we
stuff.
in here tying you up, fucking you with
It's
stress and
extra
shit.
stuff.
Like, bro, what are you like? What?
Why are you doing that?
no,
But why would you say I'm not trying to tell too much? What else is there to
Then
tell?
Her side.
So why would you said it for a reason, Michelle? Go ahead and say whatever you feel like you need to say.
let me just look at this.
Oh,
Let
the
me
pressure. Oh my God, the pressure. I know the
me
feeling from you,
focus on
girl.
finish saying what I was saying. The reason my
You can't make this kind of shit up.
Hand me this to put back over there.
All of this stuff, it don't even matter now.
It don't matter.
It don't matter now.
It don't matter,
It
'cause
don't
the way
matter
she
because
acting.
look at what you doing. It
Say
don't matter now.
It don't matter.
Why would you
Bring
do
this
that?
over. Bring this over.
I have to
Put
get
it over
it
here.
to be right. So, you don't want to put TV back on there, right?
If we could just set the TV up there, because it's probably not going to work anyway, because it's probably something underneath of it.
It's just the plastic. That's the part.
Why are you not
Say it.
talking?
I am
Comment
saying.
something. Say it, whatever you want to say.
Yes, I mean, what are you going to say? The truth is the truth. What do you want? Make up the say what you want to say.
The truth is that my face looks like this because I finally been dealing with the consequences
That's
for
not
my
what you say
actions.
too much.
I finally been dealing with the consequences
Yeah,
for my
clear the
actions
way
Get that away from
for the
for her to be able to get to her. She needs
years
to.
that I've been making people on
Hold
social
up.
media.
Do we have a friend at the door? Yes, we do. 2 friends. Her side. There's her side. Her pain. Her feelings. Her fears.
Hate somebody
Do you know why she making it
that
up
has
right
been
now? Like, I'm so what you saying, Michelle, is what happened recently is because of I came up to you and brought up some shit that you did.
Is that their
a year
smoke
ago.
alarm?
no.
So what you talking about? They ask what happened to your face right now.
She, look, she
What
gets
happened to
that
my face right now
box
is me
so she could
getting
put it in
consequences for lying
between
and
them
stealing.
if
God,
need be.
bro. What did you?
Look,
why
look,
did I have to
because
say
she
what you
knows
did?
she's
Tell the
about to
truth. What
hit
did you
her.
do?
I stole the phone.
And the
I
camera's
invaded
right
privacy,
there. She don't want the
and
camera.
No, you waited till we left.
Yes.
Snuck in my room. And number one, you know you're not even allowed to be around my daughter's shit because you're the fucking devil. That's number one. You waited till I left, snuck in my room, and stole out of my room.
I waited until that's what I did, and I've also been
Literally crazy. I really cannot believe she's doing this right now.
So I
Even
want
after
to
all the shit you made,
I want to know what's the one to be that she's now because I'm gonna be this. What's gonna be that she's now? I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. Whatever. I just want to know what she want to say now. When this live is over, what she want to say, babe? I just revert to. What are you talking about? Only thing that anybody said was to tell the truth. Knowing the way you acted, people say she can't because she's scared. She that. Well, anybody that's scared,
And you know the
they go
truth.
like privacy like that.
And then Danny even said you can tell the truth. You can tell them. I mean, what?
Yeah.
And you still
Yeah, right.
freezing up, jumping up when
It's
she
gonna
said
get
you
her
could tell them
hit.
The truth.
The truth is gonna get her hit, and she
But
knows
you can't
it.
even tell a story without trying to be a victim. You can't even
And
tell
she
a story
is
without trying to be
a fucking
victimized or
victim.
pitiful, like.
Pitiful.
Make a motherfucker. Next time we go out, we come back and trying to figure out. We know that she did something.
Makes me
Stole
so
steak.
angry.
Yeah, she stole steak. Yeah. Because you went to go make the plate.
Everything she do will forever be excused because they feel like she's autistic. They feel like she's a part of. She has mental retardation. I gotta be tight on money now because we ain't got we ain't got the income no more. So I gotta be tight on coin. So I'm responsible for feeding me and my family. This is my family.
Yeah,
This is
you
my
ain't
family.
shit to her.
So
That's what it's like. That's
what do you
it's
mean about the state? She won't get nothing. But I'm so thorough, I still end up giving her
That's what I was
some.
about to say.
And what else I do, Michelle?
gave me the steak and the potatoes.
No,
and
what else I do
also
before that when Danny went in the bathroom?
snuck me steak.
Train on his own
Some
name.
kind of hero. She always
Yeah,
trying to
baby,
play
yeah.
herself to be a hero.
So not only did she have the rest of my plate tonight,
Always trying to play both
she had
sides.
a full piece of steak.
I didn't.
Why we
get
picking and
to that
choosing what
point.
we remember?
I didn't get to that.
So you was gonna let them know when she went in the bathroom I stuck the steak. Stop playing me on this fucking lie. So what you mean you ain't get to that point yet? Why are you lying? You was never gonna bring that up. Just like you was never gonna bring up the fact that when she hit you, I literally physically got in between the both of y'all. And you allowed me to.
Yeah, facing me. Not facing
You allowed me to get in the front.
She's the
between
victim,
y'all.
see?
I could have got hit, ended up in the hospital, preterm labor, anything. You didn't say no, Queen. No, don't stand on top of me. You got a baby and stuff. No, you sat there and allowed me to shield you with a abnormally large baby bomb. I'm confused.
Just tell me that I'm not the only one who sees this for what it is on how
Not at
manipulative
all,
Dani
honey.
and Queen OPP are being in this total stream, right? I think it was, what, an hour and 50, almost 2 hour stream. I've condensed it down to 15 minutes, just so you can see the escalation build up in this whole segment on how they're taking a situation which she was trying to eat up even more by interjecting myself into the assault. Who was pregnant. I could have gotten hurt. You didn't tell the internet that, huh? Huh, Michelle? Oh, you didn't tell them
I
that I
see
gave you a
you,
piece of steak and
Squirrel.
potatoes? You want to leave out this type of taunting and, like, wanting to be acknowledged for basic human traits, none of which you have, by the way, Queen. If you were an actual friend, Queen OPP, right? You would have kicked this person, Dani, out of your life already and say, hey, no more. You're not going to lay a hand on this person. But no, the reason you intervened is so that you can get victim points and use that against Michelle to make yourself look like a better person. All these choices that you're making are done for the sole benefit of you and you only, to make yourself feel better. I've never seen egotism this large on display in front of thousands of people, willingly and acknowledging that this assault and all this stuff happened to a public audience. Like, how dumb are you, Queen OPP? Dumb enough to get yourself in jail to admitting to a crime, and then you're taking advantage of somebody who isn't all there. What does that make you?
Knowing that she's not going nowhere until I put her out. Everybody on this live know Michelle is not, she's never leaving Queen OPP until I physically put her out. Understand, every time the cops knock on this door or any door, you don't have to let them know without a warrant.
You're right.
I choose to let them in. And half the time it'd be to give y'all a show. Keep it sad. Let me trickle myself a little bit because you're supposed to be feeling it. You don't have to allow the cops to come in.
Really?
Even when they're doing a welfare check.
Really?
Understand how the law
You see
works.
this piece of wood here?
Y'all so quick to call them. I just know how it works.
See that piece of wood? Yeah.
This way.
Cops kicked our door in coming after my brother because they knew he ran this way and that this was the address on his ID. He must have ran to his sister's house. They start knocking on the doors and he starts shutting off all the lights. I'm like, well, clearly it's obvious there's somebody in here now. We were just talking loud, smoking a joint on the couch, and fucking they kicked the door in. I ran to the bathroom. I totally, my nerves, it scared the shit out of me. Literally. It literally scared the shit out of me. So yeah, I ran to the bathroom. And they kicked the door in. My brother was in the hallway, pushing my stepdad and husband back away from the door, not letting them get to the door, okay? And we told the cops, what are we supposed to do? Like, hit him or something? Can't hit him to get past him. You know, he wasn't letting us answer the door. What are we to do? Can't assault him. And they're like, well, okay. They wanted to try and get us for aiding and abetting by not opening the door. But we weren't, it wasn't like that. It wasn't like that. We weren't in here all hiding and shit. I ran to the bathroom, and I even showed the cops. Because I didn't want them thinking I was in there flushing some kind of drugs or something. I even showed them what the fuck they made my nerves pull up, bring up, fall out, you know? What my nerves brought up. And, yeah, they wound up taking him. They kicked our door in, and they took my brother. Aw, look at the two little lovebirds. Ain't they sweet? They're so sweet, you guys. Oh my gosh, you should see these other clips I have of them. I will show you. Even my brother noticed their love. It's so cute. No, Paige. No. Maybe I can give you some chips. Do you want some chips? Not sponsored, by the way. Oh, shit. Take it, Paige. Is it too big? Here, just. Here. Not you, Paige. What are you doing? Where did that squirrel go? Hello, squirrel. Hello, squirrel. Would you like a peanut? Hello. Here you go. Abuse really can mess with a person's mind. It takes a lot of patience waiting for these squirrels to not have people stuck with dead air. But at least my dead air isn't only just looking at a parking lot. I have movement. Hey, squirrel. Do you know Queen OP? Or is it Queen OPP? Hey, squirrel, do you know Queen OPP? What's that OPP stand for? Is it original pervy psychopath? Does it stand for obnoxious perverted person? On point psychopath? Does it stand for the fan base? Only psychotic people? Is she over the paranoid problems? Or is it like in the 90s? Or other people's property? Look at that flat squirrel. Look at that flat squirrel. He's a flat squirrel. Sounds like an obnoxiously pushy person to me. Let's hope Michelle finds the strength to get some decent people in her life. Because the people she has now ain't it. People like this just want to use you and abuse you. They just want to be able to use her. They got the cops kicking in their door now.
It is a big deal.
Because the media cares.
No.
No.
They're the same one. They know what's up. It's like y'all fans at this point. They fans.
They on here.
They fans. They're the
They
same.
on here.
What you say?
Y'all just seen me the last time I was here. The fuck?
You're going
Y'all
to
don't want
what's
to see me
famous.
again.
This famous when you're famous. I know y'all never had a famous person living
Here,
in the hood.
here. Take it, take it.
That's a lie.
Listen, I'm hurt. Y'all will come for me next?
We have been live streaming this entire time. Ain't nobody the fuck hurt in here.
Screen record, get a kick on my fucking door now.
There you go.
Kick on my door in.
There they go.
Screen record, kick on my door in.
They need the info for the reports. They need all the names of everybody that's in there. They need to take note that they need to take note of the fact that they were there.
No.
Who all was present and shit. Whether or not there's anyone, you know. Yeah, and that girl is chained there actually too. She is chained up.
So I can cancel the shit. I don't need nothing. I don't need no fucking ambulance. I don't need no cops. I don't need none of that shit. Like, y'all can go ahead.
She got that Stockholm syndrome bad.
All over the country, bro. It ain't fake. The cars are all fake. Y'all know it's some social media shit. Y'all harassing people for no reason. No, like, that shit is, no,
you can say whatever you gotta say right here.
like, shit, they give them some harassing this shit. You think that's calm down? No, like, you think that's calm down? No, like,
After this live stream ended, Michelle allegedly was actually taken to the hospital. Dani and Queen OPP are currently, they were arrested and are being held for bail of $10,000 and being put for charges of assault towards Michelle. So far, a mugshot has not been released, and nobody better pay for a $10,000 bail for either of these two abusive pieces of shit. What we've watched here in the last hour has been an example of Stockholm Syndrome to its fullest potential. Those of you who don't know what Stockholm Syndrome is, this is where somebody who is a victim of DV, of kidnapping, of trafficking, of any sort of terrible thing. This can go with parents, this can go with girlfriends and ex-boyfriends, this can be relatives, this can be indoctrination from religious groups. It doesn't matter how Stockholm Syndrome can be applied in any instance, but it's where somebody identifies who's being abused as a victim of some horrific thing, and they start to relate. And
look at that comment right there.
Actually abusing them. You actually see this a lot in criminal cases where somebody's kidnapped and held captive for years on end. The person who's been kidnapped.
My phone's about to die, you guys.
It's a severe psychological effect that happens to people, and this is where Michelle is at this point. And every single person needs to be showing this woman support. I've seen some people.
All right, Squirrel.
Well, she's chose to stick in
We're gonna hang it up.
If that's nothing about nothing, and have probably never experienced an actual relationship where you've been stuck, because people who've been abused are so detached from reality is very, very difficult. You have to have a strong support group, and a lot of people don't have that, which makes it even harder to get out of. I want to end this video by saying that I hope Michelle gets the help that she deserves.
We're trying to make sure the world knows how easy it is for somebody to take advantage of someone else. Isn't that right, Squirrel? Yes, and they will do it, because the world is ugly. Michelle really ain't ugly, though. She had no right having that on her forehead. Nobody deserves that kind of ridicule. If you're someone who has any interest in whatever we might be fussing about next over here, go ahead and click that subscribe button. And click the like button so more people know about the Squirrels. The Squirrely Brigade are a good batch of YouTubers. Yes, become a Squirrely neighbor. Click that subscribe button. Join the Squirrel. Oh! Jesus. See, they're so unpredictable and silly and fun, and they make me laugh. And that's why people need to click the like button. Yes. Hurry up before it's too late. We out this piece, and it's been real.